Hey YouTube, it's MIgardener, and today we're going to do the end of week 21 update, and we're really excited to show you, but unfortunately Bree is not here, so it'll be just me, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a harvest too along with that, and it'll mainly be a harvest, but I'll kind of show you the main stuff that's been growing, because we have so much that I realize that I can't keep doing these long updates, so we're just going to kind of browse around and show you what's really growing versus what's kind of just sputtered along and might take off a little later in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest some stuff, just put it in this strawberry container, and we're going to go around the garden and get a big harvest, because the lettuce, some peppers, and just a lot of stuff needs to be harvested. I don't exactly know what's all there, but I'll show you guys as we go. So I'll get back with you. Alright YouTube, so here we have the giant bell peppers, and we had a giant storm about 3 days ago, and what happened is it kind of tossed these plants around and ended up snapping this branch right here, right off of the the main plant. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that, and as you can see, came right off. But yeah, we just had crazy storms, and since we assume that these are green bell anyways, it's not going to be that big of a deal to cut them now, because I'm sure that they're done and I'm sure that they're mature. So what you want to do is you just want to take your sharp knife and just, oopsie, don't drop them like I did, but just cut the stem off. It's a nice bell pepper. And get the other one that dropped. Very nice bell peppers. Huge. Look at the size of that one. That is a big bell pepper. Alright, so we're going to put those in our box, and we're going to move on to our next harvest. Alright, so we're here with the zucchini. And as you can see, it's got pretty nice size to it. Just the size that we want. It's actually not a zucchini, sorry, it's a summer squash. And I always get those mixed up. But look at that. It's great size, great color, perfect. And there will be plenty more coming on. Put that in the box, and as you can see, there are more coming on. So stay tuned, we're going to definitely harvest some more of those. Get back to harvesting. Okay, so now we're here with the peas, and sorry about the sunlight, the sun is setting right now, so I'm going to zoom in, grab the camera, and show you. These are ready to eat. They're beautiful, perfect time to pick. We don't like ours overly ripe, so I'm going to set the camera down. We're going to get to harvesting. There's quite a few here. And oh man, these are just everywhere. They're so full on these bushes. And they really took off with the heat and the rain that we had lately. But I'm going to look around on the other side, because I know there are more, and I'll get back with you. Alright, so there's the harvested peas. I harvested probably about 12 peas. Not a big harvest, but you know, with the rain and stuff, there'll be plenty more coming. And the more you pick, the more you get. See? This thing is just loaded down with flowers. So we're just picking them, so maybe we can put out some more flowers, hopefully. And you know, bigger isn't always better with us. We sometimes will eat a smaller pea in like a stir fry or a salad, and it'll actually taste better than if you get those bigger, chewier, stringier peas, which aren't as good as the smaller ones. So I'm gonna actually harvest some lettuce while I'm here and get that before it goes to seed as well. Alright, so just from that one little spot, I got 2 heaping bags of lettuce. That's black seeded Simpson lettuce from that spot right there, and that's all the leftover bad parts, like the roots and the rotten leaves. And I was going to show you really quick. Look at my starts. Most of them took root, some of them died, like that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. But the other ones took root really well. So we're going to have that. And also, I'm going to show you there's a lot more zucchini on the way, so we're gonna have that. And the Mr. Stripey is awesome too. Because keep in mind, not only are we doing a harvest video, but we're also doing a weekend update. So I gotta show you some other stuff as well. So we'll get back with you. I was also gonna show you, look what the storm did. Yeah, I know it seems small on the camera, but this is actually about the size of a normal tree. They came off of that tree and absolutely just decimated the neighbor's fence that they just put up. So I feel pretty bad, but I was just going to come around here and show you that there is some good. I mean, for us, if you're being really selfish, but our our blueberry plants actually did not suffer any damage whatsoever. Just missed them completely. Just missed them. And there's one underneath there. If you can see that white tag right there, it completely is underneath all the rubble, but not damaged at all. And yet, look at the fence. It's just mangled. But we'll get back with you and we'll show you some more. Alright, so we're back here and we'll be harvesting these little side shoots of broccoli that are coming up. And as you can see, this one went to flower while we were gone at the cottage. So, hey, you're going to lose some, but it's not that big of a deal. And I also wanted to show you, look at the cayenne pepper. I need to get a better angle at this because it's just huge. There's my hand for a reference. It's very long. And then there's more coming on the way and tons of flowers. Also, they're full of legs and I don't know what I'm doing with the tripod, but there's the sweet banana peppers and they're going to be ready to harvest pretty soon. They're turning yellow and getting pretty fat and ready. So we're getting pretty excited about those. And I don't know if you can see in there, I'll tip you upside down for a second, don't get dizzy, but there's some cauliflower as well. So we got to make sure that we hide those a little bit better so the sunlight doesn't turn them green. But yeah, I'm going to harvest that kind of stuff and we'll get back with you. And now that we have the broccoli all harvested, we're going to move on to the Swiss chard. We've got quite a bit to harvest here, including these larger leaves that kind of went out of control when we were on vacation. So yeah, we don't normally eat the bigger leaves, but we'll probably find a use for them. I know Praxis says to wrap them in some chicken and then wrap them in some cabbage leaf and boil them in chicken broth and serve them over rice, which I know tastes really good because I tried it myself and I kind of messed up a little bit because it needed a little bit more flavor, but that's probably because I diluted the chicken broth, which they said not to do. So hey, you know, you learn from your mistakes, and I'll probably try it again and we'll show you how that works. Now that the Swiss chard has been all harvested, I'd also like to show you that the tomatoes are huge and the mosquitoes are also biting me, so ow. Well, here's the McDonald's delight putting on flowers just as we had hoped. Also got some tomatoes right there. Camera does not do the garden much justice because it's pretty blurry right now for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because of the humidity or the heat or the fact that I might not have a totally clean lens. But I will get that sorted out soon. There's some more flowers there. And this is my eye height right here. So, as you can see, just almost as tall as me. Also coming over here, more pink brandywine flowers, really getting nice flowers. And if you look there, pink brandywines. There are going to be some pretty big ones because they're the only ones on the bush right now, so all the energy is going to go right towards them. Eggplant, absolutely huge. I mean, my hand cannot even fit over the entire eggplant leaf. That's huge. Anyways, we're going to get to the harvest because it's getting late and I got to get done. So I will get back with you. Before we run to the back, I wanted to show you two more things. So here is the this is the pickling cucumber. Sorry, I have to remember what I planted here. I just put cucumber on the sign. As you can see, cucumber, but they're a pickling cucumber, straight 8. And as you can see right there, there's a cucumber right there. And there's also cucumber right there. And there's a bunch more coming out right there. And as you can see right there, there's a flower. And there's plenty more coming along. There's more in the back. As you can see, more coming along. That will be completely taking up this trellis very soon. So yeah, I will now continue with the harvest in the back garden as soon as I tell you that the potatoes are almost done flowering and they will be harvested pretty soon. I will definitely make sure to do a harvest video because I know everyone really likes the potato harvest videos. So I won't do that without you, but I know that blight is starting to get them because it's becoming the end of the season for them. They're getting really crazy and matted down because of the wind and the rain, as you can see. It's a giant sprawled mess. But I'm going to leave the potatoes in for about another week to 2 weeks, and that will ensure that I get maximum growth, watering all the time so I know that I have as big of tubers as I can get, and that will totally ensure that I have a great harvest. So now I'm going to go to the back garden and continue to harvest. So I'm going to be harvesting the Tom Thumb lettuce, excuse me, and the black-seeded Simpson. And I just wanted to show you, there's the tomatoes so far, and they're growing really great. And the biggest thing that's happened in this garden is the zucchini. Check out the zucchini. It's really taken off. I'm super proud of it. It was just really small before I left, and when I came back, I was like, holy cow, there's flowers and zucchini, and there's even some little zucchinis forming right there. So, very happy about that. I'm going to get to harvesting the black-seeded Simpson and the Tom Thumb lettuce, and I'll get back with you when we're all finished. Okay, so that was probably a harvest of epic proportions. Those 2 rows, I got about 45 mini heads of Tom Thumb, and this is like layered, probably 2 layers deep, full of black-seeded Simpson. So, wow, we have the 2 bags from the front, and then these 2 bags absolutely filled with lettuce. I don't even know what we're going to do, but we'll probably find something to do with them. We'll probably just give them away or something. But thank you for watching. End of week 21 update. And as always, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, grow big or go home.